Hello, welcome to Astrology. My name is Cailin, and today I'm going to be doing a tarot pick a card reading. And this one is actually going to be a love reading. So the topic is, what are your person's true feelings for you? So in this reading, I am channeling their higher selves' feelings for you. So I will be picking up on what's going on at a subconscious level and at a soul level, and I am actually also going to be channeling messages from them that they want to deliver to you. So I've got 4 groups to choose from. If you feel drawn to more than one pile or more than one group, that is perfectly fine. So this is, actually let me light the candles first, and then I'm going to walk you through the piles. Now, if you have never done a reading like this before, that is okay. It doesn't matter when you see this video, it is timeless. You can watch it any time that you click on it, and it will be, well, hopefully an accurate reading for you. But basically what I'm saying is, even if you see this video months or years after I've posted it, it's fine. And in terms of who I'm channeling, because this is a general reading, there will be more than one type of scenario applicable to you guys as a collective. For some people, this is someone who you may already be involved with, whether you are dating them, whether it's just a casual thing. Some of you may actually already be in a relationship with this person and you want to know how they're feeling about you. For others of you, this could be a friend or someone who you haven't taken that next step with and you just want to check in and see how they really feel about you. So group 1, this is the shell that you can choose. This is my dreamy Moons Tarot deck. So that's that box there. I don't want to play favorites, but this is kind of my current fave. Group 2, I've got the Mythic Tarot deck. I don't actually have a box for this one, but anyway, this is my private deck that I almost never use for other people, but I'm making a special exception for today. For group 3, I've got this spiky shell. Did I show you group 2's shell? Sorry if I didn't. So that's that one there. Group 3, we've got the spiky shell here, and I will be using the Crow Tarot, which is by MJ Cailin. And for group 4, we've got this shell here, and I'll be using the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck by Matt Hughes. So if you don't know which group you want to choose just yet, that's fine. Feel free to pause the video. I will be leaving timestamps in the description box below, as well as in the comment section. Some of you may feel drawn to one of the shells. Some of you may just be drawn to one of the decks. For others of you, maybe you like the sound of group 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Another way you can choose your deck is by clicking on the timestamps in the, looking at the timestamps, and maybe the numbers will appeal to you in the description box below. So get a coffee, get a tea, get a beverage, get comfortable, and let's get into your reading. Hi, group number 1, for those of you who chose the Dreamy Moons Tarot and this shell, which I'm going to leave over here. Is that in the frame? No, it isn't. And I'm a perfectionist. So, actually, first I'm going to start with one of the archetypes, the Wild Unknown Oracle cards. So I just want to get a feel for the overall energy of this connection. This person's a little bit all over the place because I have had this one slide off the deck, and I've got two cards that have come out actually. So I've got the box, and I've got, is that going to focus? Yes. The box and the threshold. So straight away, I feel like this person is extremely creative because they like to think outside the box. And they may be quite known for their out there and wacky belief systems. Now, what's interesting is that in a lot of ways, this person is so innovative and creative, and even as I'm talking, I just feel very positive and uplifted and optimistic. So this person actually prides themselves on being very unique and being very different. But there's a little bit of like a paradox going on here, because in everyday life, they see themselves in this way, and yet they've kind of put themselves in a box. They've kind of, with this connection, I mean. So they are seeing it in a way where it's like they don't really have any other options. They feel like they're boxed in, or that there's only one way to proceed with this connection. Now, with the threshold card, I feel as though this person is on the precipice of understanding that there is another way, that there is a way outside of this rigid thinking. So I'm going to leave this here, and I'm going to have the threshold facing up, because I think it's important for your person to connect to that energy more. Now, I'm going to pull an animal tarot, an animal oracle card. I feel as though this person might get a little bit nervous around you. Even as I'm talking, I feel like my voice is kind of breaking up, but I'm smiling a lot. So you may notice that this person smiles and really lights up when they're around you, but you may feel as though they kind of lose their words at times, or that they kind of talk differently to you in comparison to when you hear them talking to other people. I also feel as though this person might have a very noticeable voice. You may love their voice. You may feel as though when you hear them speak, so I'm just seeing like a little, it's not like a feather, it's just like, I don't know, I just get kind of the vibe that this person's very magical, and when they talk, they just have a very engaging way of speaking, and you're kind of like hooked and on the edge of your seat, just like drinking in what they're saying. So let's get an animal oracle card. Okay, I've got the cobra here. Okay, so with this cobra card coming out, obviously a cobra is a type of snake. So snakes, generally speaking, are indicative of Kundalini energy and sexual energy. So I feel as though you and this person are very magnetically attracted to each other. I feel as though there's definitely a lot of chemistry in this connection, a lot of sexual chemistry at that. And with the Cobra card being here, I feel as though this person leaves a lot unsaid. And the reason why I'm thinking or feeling that is because, you know, snakes are quite silent most of the time. So you may just be left wondering, what is this person thinking? How are they feeling? And yet snakes have such an incredible presence about them. And it's like this person's not saying much, but with their body or with their, let's say their body language or the looks they give you, they're really saying a lot. So in terms of this person's star signs, sun, moon, or rising, or, you know, let's just say the kind of energy that they present, I'm going to pull a couple of cards and just see what comes out. So what might this person's sun, moon, or rising be? Okay, I've got house 6, which in astrology is associated with Virgo. So they may be a Virgo sun, moon, or rising. They don't necessarily have to be. If they're not a Virgo, you will regard this person as someone who loves to help other people. They may have a very special connection with animals. They may be a little bit of a workaholic, or their work or their career could be very, very important to them. They could be quite established in their career. And, they could be all the above. They could be all of that plus a Virgo sun, moon, or rising. So I'm just going to take one more card. Okay, we've got water. So this person could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising. And even if they're not, this person has an incredible amount of emotional depth to them. You may even feel like they are picking up on your secret thoughts at times, or they could just be like an inner knowingness about this individual where it's like you just have this connection, and when you see them, you're like, okay, we know what each other is thinking, or we know what each other is feeling. And this person is probably very spiritual, because this card says spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. So you probably feel that this person is deeply compassionate, very emotional, and very intuitive. And when I say emotional, it doesn't mean that they're, crying all the time or that they're unhinged. It's just that this person is very, very in touch with their emotions and with the emotions of other people. So that's who this individual could be. If you are resonating with this reading already, then, by all means, continue listening. If this does not sound like your person, you may want to go back to the pick a card timestamp and choose another pile. But this is still very early in the piece. So, if it's not resonating just yet, maybe just give it a little longer and we'll see. So let's see how this person actually feels towards you. What are their true feelings? And by the way, I'm going to be tapping into their true feelings when it comes to their emotional self or their higher self. So this is not, they may not necessarily be consciously aware of these emotions just yet, but this is how they're feeling for you deep down and about the connection. So how are they feeling about group 1? Okay, we've got the Queen of Crystals, which is also known as the Queen of Swords. I'm going to take 5 cards. Just came out with an arbitrary number. The 4 of Crystals. Okay. Temperance. And 5 of Cups. And the Chariot. And underneath the deck, we've got the Magician card here. Okay, so I'm going to pull a couple of oracle cards as well, and then I'm going to really get into it. Okay, believe in the impossible, Blue Moon. I'll show you all of these cards in a moment if I haven't said that already. All right, so, wow, there is a lot going on for this person at a really deep level, emotionally speaking, in terms of their feelings towards you and their connection towards you. So first of all, we've got the Queen of Crystals card here, which is also known as the Queen of Swords in the traditional tarot. So this person is very much in their head about the connection. This person is definitely known for being good with their words. By the way, I'm not going to be reading gender here because this is a general reading. But ultimately, this person, they just have a way with words and they really pride themselves on that. And so they would rather say nothing at all if they can't find the right words. So that is something that's very important to them. With the 4 of Swords or the 4 of Crystals card, this represents that this person does not feel ready to take action on this connection. Now, if we're asking, does this person have feelings towards you? I feel that they do. The reason I get that feeling is because I've got remembrance, resurfacing of past feelings and emotions. So it's like they're trying to suppress their feelings for you at this time. But ultimately, it's interesting because this energy is very paradoxical. This person is in their head. They don't want to act on the connection right now. They don't know what to do. They don't know whether they're coming or going, whether they want to approach you or not. On one hand, the Four of Swords or the Four of Crystals is a card of rest. You can see that she's laying down, or this figure is laying down. But then the last card I pulled was the Chariot. And this represents that they want something to go ahead with you. They think about you. They wonder what it would be like to be with you. And right in the center, we've got Temperance, okay, which is a card which represents alchemy, as well as the blending of our emotions, as well as our thoughts. So it's like feelings, emotions, thoughts, our spiritual inclination. This is about bringing it all together. But we've also got the Five of Cups here. Okay, so this person has 3 cups spilled over and then 2 cups here already, standing up, I mean to say. So it feels as though this person is really stuck between a rock and a hard place. Because I have this card here which says, listen to your guardian angel, and it was reversed. And we have this beautiful mirroring here of 2 angels. I feel as though this person's spirit guides or their spiritual team or their loved ones on the other side are trying really hard to encourage them with this connection. And I just get the feeling that this person is stuck in that box once again. They just can't really see how to move forward with this connection, even though they really want to. But with Believe in the Impossible and Blue Moon, I feel as though there really is hope for this connection. This person's higher self knows that there is potential here with you. They know that you could make them so happy. They know that the two of you get along like a house on fire, and they love that about you. With the Cobra card here, this is making me think of like a snake lying in wait. They're waiting for something. Maybe they're waiting for a sign from you, or maybe they're waiting for a sign from the universe. But ultimately, this person hasn't quite made that conscious connection between their emotions and their feelings deep down, and how they ultimately do feel for you. Okay, so this person feels, it feels like they would have to make a really difficult choice if they were to pursue this connection. I'm just going to pull one of these oracle cards. These are my new mini oracle cards by Seasons of Mama. Shout out. So let's just see, how's this person feeling about you? Yes, these are very hard to shuffle. Okay, and then I'm going to ask how they're feeling about the current state of this connection. Wow, okay. So, how they're feeling about you. We've got the Cailin card here. Okay, so is that focusing? I don't think it is. Also, I'm not wearing my glasses, so I can't really tell if my camera's focusing properly at all. Anyway, they feel called to you. They feel called towards you. They want to call you. They want you to call them. They feel so magnetically drawn to you. They are grateful that you are in their life. They're grateful that that they met you. And in terms of how they feel about the connection, we've got wildly capable. That's amazing. This person's like, we could get along, or we could be together. I can see myself with you. At this point, I'm just going to start channeling their energy. I'm going to be speaking in the first person. So this is literally your person's energy. Like, this is them talking to you. This is messages from their soul to you. And then I'm going to finish off with some handwritten oracle cards, which again will be messages from them. So how is group 1 feeling? How is your person feeling about group 1? My heart is beating really fast. I feel so drawn to you. You make me feel so alive. I love your passion. I love your drive. I love your energy. You're like a breath of fresh air. When I wake up, you're the first person on my mind. And you're the last thing on my mind when I go to sleep. I feel nervous about acting on this connection. Exploring this connection feels really messy. I have a lot of other priorities right now. I have a lot of business to attend to. I haven't forgotten about you. I feel you even when you're not around. Little stupid things remind me of you. You annoy the shit out of me a lot of the time, but I also love it. I'm preparing myself for you, but I also don't want you to have to wait for me to be ready because it's not fair on you. I would totally understand if you pursued other people or pursued other connections. I want to give you the space that you need and the respect that you deserve. You'll always have a place in my heart. Oh, okay. Wow. That was so profound and deep. I just saw a butterfly go past a little white one. Oh, there it is again. You may see butterflies when you think of this person. I feel like they get butterflies when they think of you or when they see you. And I feel like the same can be said like for you. I feel like there could be a lot of mirroring energy here. I'm going to pull some oracle cards. These are a real mixed bag. This is how their higher self is feeling towards you. Some of these might be a bit juicy, a bit raunchy, so just warning you. Okay, how does this person feel about group 1? I can't wait to see you again. Do you hate me? I wish you could see yourself through my eyes. I'm just going to take 2 more. I regret breaking up with you. This message won't pertain to everyone because not all of you will have been with your person. With this card, if that's, if you've not actually been romantically involved in this person, I feel like this is saying, I regret the break that we've had in our conversation, or I regret the break we've had in our connection or in our friendship. So it feels like there's been a distance in your connection at one point or another. Okay, I'm going to take 1 or 2 more. I feel like the raunchy one's going to come out. Whoa, that's a lot. Okay, so we've got I'm afraid of rejection. We've got I'm sorry I lied to you, and I want to kiss you. Okay, not so much raunchy, but very sweet. I feel as though this person feels quite guilty for where things are at with this connection. With I'm sorry I lied to you and do you hate me? For some of you, this person will have outright lied to you, and maybe you feel quite upset or stung by that. For others of you who have not experienced this person lying to you, it's like they're sorry that they can't tell you the full truth about their feelings. Like there's something being held back here, and they don't want to hold back from you. This person truly feels stuck in their connection, with knowing what the right thing to do is, knowing how to move forwards. On one hand, we've got the believe in the impossible, so they're allowing themselves to dream about you and dream about this connection, but then they're focusing on the fact that it feels impossible even though it's not. So group number 1, I hope that this message resonated for you, and I just want to reiterate that if you felt drawn to one of the other piles as well, it's okay to choose more than one. I'm just going to ring the bells before I close out this reading. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you want to see more content on this channel, please hit the subscribe button. Thanks for sticking around, and wishing you the best of luck with this connection of yours. Hi, group number 2, for those of you who chose this shell and the Mythic Tarot. By the way, this is what the book looks like. So this deck is by Juliet Sharman Burke and Liz Green. This is actually my personal deck that I usually only ever use for myself. And like a couple of loved ones, but I asked my deck if it was okay if I used it for this reading today, and I pulled the Sun card. So I have the deck's blessing. Even the mere fact that I'm using a deck which is so dear to my heart tells me that this person is they're not comfortable being emotionally vulnerable with other people. They may almost never open up to other people. And so if you're here and you've chosen group 2, I feel like you guys are just trying to figure out what the hell is going on in this person's mind. So it'll be interesting to see, and by mind I mean in their heart. So it'll be interesting to see just how vulnerable their higher self is willing to get with you. First, I'm just going to pull an oracle card from the Wild Unknown archetypes. I love this deck. P.S. This is not like a shout out or a paid promo. I just love it. I got the Vow card straight away. Okay, the Vow. I actually feel inclined to read the note from the description, just to really tap into this person's energy. I didn't do it for group 1. Sorry, group 1. Let's just see. The vow, the promise, the oath, the contract. When the vow is spoken, the air shifts. Karmic ties are formed and destiny tilts on its axis. Our words and intentions have immense power. There is a reason the great mythic stories of our past often include the recitation of oaths and the mixing of drops of blood as a mark of union. The tricky part is that reciting the vow, no matter how casually, activates the eternal and unseen forces of the world. The ancestors bear witness. The laws of nature respond. These promises cannot be unsaid or forgotten, so breaking them can leave lingering complexities and loose ends. This card calls us to acknowledge the vow we are living by, consciously or unconsciously, and either recommit to it or create a ritual that signifies its closure. You've been underestimating the power of your promises. When light, bearing witness to the shift toward destiny. When dark, unconscious vows, unkept promises, and messy karma. Okay, so immediately I can tell that this person is very reluctant to make any kind of commitment or to even hint at committing to something before they're like 1,000% ready. This person takes promises and vows very, very seriously. And for some of you, this person could be a bit of a commitment phobe. And it's kind of like they take promises so seriously that they never make them. You know what I mean? So let's just take an animal oracle card and see. Oh, 2 cards have come out. All right, we've got the mouse and the fire ant. Okay, so with the mouse, there is something quite timid about this person when it, not in terms of their character, but in terms of how they are showing up in your connection. With the fire ant, I feel as though this is like how they normally are, which is quite fiery, quite passionate, because there's, you know, hundreds of ants. I feel like this person could be kind of scattered in their energy and they're sort of like going in lots of different directions at once. But then with the mouse card, it's just like they're so like shy is not the right word. It's almost like they're making themselves kind of smaller than they are around you because they don't want you to like notice their flaws or notice their weaknesses. You know, with the mouse card, it makes me feel like this person doesn't communicate with you anywhere near as much as they would like to because they're worried about saying the wrong thing, which is kind of similar to what I said with group 1. You may have noticed that even in the last 5 minutes, my voice has started sort of like cracking and becoming squeaky as I'm doing group 2's reading. So I feel as though this person, they overthink their words, and then when they speak, they're like, oh my God, what the hell have I just said? So yeah, I feel as though this person is definitely an overthinker. They are by no means a shy person. It's just that, you know, around you, they're kind of talking less, although sometimes they may talk heaps. So take that any which way that you will. Okay, I'm going to take 5 cards and then I'm going to pull some oracle cards. So I've got the Strength card, the 7 of Swords, the Devil reversed, Death reversed, wow, okay, and then 1 more tarot card. Oh, 2 came out. We've got the Knight of Cups and the Fool. I love to see it because I was getting worried. I'm going to pull some oracle cards as well. So this person is definitely putting on a brave face in front of you, and they're definitely not saying anywhere near as much as they want to say. Like there's a lot that's being held back. Do they have feelings for you? Absolutely. But it is just sort of like, it just feels so risky to like, you know, to show you their true feelings. And even with this deck, you can see I'm shuffling and the card didn't want to come out. So before I interpret these cards, I'm actually just going to see what sign your person might be. So this is like the sun, moon, or ascendant, sun, moon, or rising. It doesn't have to be, but this will just give you a good indication of what this person is like. So who is group 2's person? What might their signs be? Okay, we've got mutable. So this person could be a Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. Obviously, that's a lot of signs. I'm going to go into more detail in a moment. One more card. Who is this person? Okay, Pluto. They could be a Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising. So if they are not, don't fret, don't worry. Basically what this means is, with the Mutable card coming through, this person is very adaptable, very versatile. They can talk to anyone and feel comfortable talking to anyone. They are probably quite sociable, or you just feel as though everyone likes them, they're friendly, they could be quite popular. This person could start and stop a lot of things, whether that's like projects, going from job to job. This person is quite well connected, and there is a part of this person's life or their personality which is kind of all over the place, a little bit like scattered energy. With the Pluto card, like I said, this person could be a Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising. They don't have to be. If they are not, this person has a powerful intensity to them. They may have a very, like a strong gaze. They could have very engaging eye contact. This person could intimidate you, or other people could find them intimidating. You could find their success intimidating. This person could be into things like tarot, astrology, spirituality, the occult, conspiracy theories. Ultimately, this person wants to know the truth. They want to acquire as much information and knowledge as possible. So you could see this person as being, on one hand, very like, they can keep it easy breezy and casual, but I feel as though underneath it all, you just sense this like burning passion and desire and intensity within this person. So that's their energy. Okay. With the tarot, I've got the Strength card, the Seven of Swords. Then I've got the Devil and Death reversed. And I've also got the Knight of Cups and the Fool. And I've just knocked over the Vow. Interesting. So, straight off the bat, this person is just so emotionally, it's not blocked, it's just like their emotions are just on lockdown. It's very hard to read this person. You know, you may talk to them or be in a conversation with them and you're like, how the hell does this person feel about me? I feel as though you could get mixed messages or mixed signals from this person. So on one hand, you may feel like they're dropping hints, dropping clues, and you're just like, oh, they're into me, awesome. And then the next moment they're just cold, or you don't hear from them, or they are just like acting tough or proud or what have you. So I've got South Node, don't let your past hold you back. Okay, so something about this person's past is interfering with their ability to be open to this connection. It could be like a past relationship. It could be to do with like what they have been told about relationships. So maybe something to do with their upbringing. This could be something to do with whether or not their family would approve of this connection with you. Not that there's anything wrong with you. It could just be that this person actually cares a lot about image. With the Strength card, to be fair, this person could actually be a Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or they could be someone who loves to look good, you know, whether that's having their hair done, nails done, someone who is, and I'm not trying to imply that they're female, it's just like this person, first of all, I feel like they always look good. Like now I'm getting your energy come through where you're like, damn, even when this person is like saying that they're tired and exhausted, they still look amazing. But, this person actually really does care about appearances a lot. And I don't just mean physical appearances. I mean how other people perceive them. With the Seven of Swords card, this person is, I think, lying to themselves about their feelings towards you. With the Devil and the Death card coming up, they are hardcore resisting taking this connection any further. That doesn't mean that they won't. It doesn't mean that they don't have feelings. They definitely do. I can see that. But this person, they don't want to feel like boxed in or trapped in a connection. With the Devil card, I feel as though this person has had a lot of obstacles coming up in their life, especially recently, where it's like, they just don't even have time to think about this connection. Because the Devil card is removed, I see this as a very positive sign that they're going to have more space for their emotions. But that's not necessarily going to be anytime soon. Okay, and that's because we've got the Death card reversed. So this person is absolutely clinging onto an old version of themselves, or like their old story. I feel as though this person is very in their head, especially because we've got that mutable energy. So they're very like they're not connected to their heart center, and they're really just thinking about getting through the day. I really feel like this person is going through it, especially with this Assimilate Life Experience card here. You'll notice that there's like a little Cupid with a bow and arrow, and these two figures are, well, one of them is wearing a mask, but the other one's clearly in a costume and on a swan. This imagery is very important to me because the swan is on, like, the bottom of it is wooden and it's on wheels. It's not like a real swan. So I feel as though this person is trying to appear in a way that they are not. Okay, it's almost like they want to appear graceful, or they want to appear like they've got everything together, or that everything's going smoothly in their life. And, there's just this awkwardness underneath them because we do have those wheels, in that wooden body of the swan. So it's almost like they are, I think, lying to themselves, especially with the Seven of Swords card. They're lying to themselves about the intensity of their feelings and of their emotions. What's interesting is that this says number 2, okay, and then up here we've got number 12, and on this card we've got number 3. So 1 plus 2 is 3, and then we've got 2 building onto the 3. So I feel as though this person is going to be connecting dots very soon. The number 2, 3, 12 or 21 could be important to this person, whether they're born on like the 3rd of the month or the 12th of the month or whatever. They could be a life path number, 2, 3, or number 1, or 11, or 33, or 22. Anyway, getting a bit distracted now. I'm going to pull a card and see how they feel about you, and then how they feel about your connection. Okay, so how does group 2 feel? How does this group 2's person feel about them? Okay, I've got 2 cards that have come out. We've got Ask and we've got Newness. Okay, so they really want to ask you how you feel about them, and they are ready for something new to enter their life. They're ready to shake things up. I feel like this person has definitely been in a rut, but they are ready to transform. Okay, how do they feel about your connection? Acceptance. Okay, that's amazing. I feel as though despite how much they're in their heads and kind of lying to themselves about this situation, they're starting to accept that they have undeniable feelings for you, but it's just taking them a long time to come around to to these feelings and what that would mean going forwards. So with the Knight of Cups and the Fool, first of all, the Fool represents taking a risk, a new start, a new chapter. And the Knight of Cups is one of the most well-known indicators in the tarot for someone having really deep feelings for another person. The Knight of Cups is the most devoted knight. He's carrying his cup of love, and this person doesn't have to be a he. I'm just saying, with the card, that this indicates that this person, they have deep feelings. They don't know how to express them. They're not used to this. With this card saying harmony, power, self-confidence, and productivity, they really want to get things in balance in their life before they can, take anything even one step further with you. They're working on their self-confidence. They're working on getting their own personal power back, or just, even having personal power for the first time in however long, if not ever. With productivity, this person definitely, has a lot of stuff on their plate. They've got a lot going on. They've got a lot to attend to. I do get the feeling that they feel that they don't have time for a relationship or time to devote to you. Devote to this connection the way that you deserve. But now I'm just going to tap into their feelings and do some channeled messages, and then I'm going to end with oracle cards. So, group 2's person, how do they feel about group 2? Oh, I'm just so tired. I'm tired of all my responsibilities. I'm tired of being in this place in my life and being in this mindset. I really felt as though I should have achieved more by now. I want to be good enough for you. I want to be the kind of partner that you deserve to have by your side. I don't want to be a martyr. I don't want to be feeling sorry for myself. It's really unattractive. I can tell it's an unattractive quality, and I would find that trait to be unattractive myself. But I just feel like I'm stuck in this perpetual cycle of bullshit. I just don't want to sugarcoat things, and I don't want to lie to you, and that's why it's easier not to talk to you and easier not to open up to you about my true feelings, because I hate lying to you. You're such an authentic person. You're such an honest person. What I love about you is that you just speak from the heart, and you just make it so easy to open up to you that sometimes I just feel afraid of even being in your presence or in your company, because I'm worried about what's going to come out of my mouth. And I don't want to say things prematurely. I don't want to make promises to you or make some kind of vow or declaration when I'm not ready. And I'm just trying to get myself ready and out of this chapter of my life. I do feel like I've been doing better lately. I love that you try to cheer me up and that you check in on me just to see how I'm doing. I know we don't have these crazy heart-to-heart conversations often, but when we do have them, I think about them over and over again. I just think about the things that you say to me and the way that you look at me, the way that you smile at me. I just feel like, I know this sounds stupid, but I just feel like I'm not good enough for you, and I'm trying to get myself to be on your level where you can be proud of me. And I know that because you're such a cool person that you'd be like, oh my God, don't worry about that. But it just, I do worry. I worry. I want to be good enough. I want to feel amazing. I want to feel like I'm on top of the world. I want to be worthy of you. I want to be worthy of your love. And I'm sorry for being shit. Ooh, okay. This person is definitely very proud, as you can probably tell. I'm going to, like I said, finish up with some oracle messages, and then I'm going to leave it there. So how does group 2's person feel about them? How does their higher self feel about group 2? I'm worried that your family won't think I'm good enough for you. I can't remember if this card came out in group 1, but it's possible. If you felt drawn to watch group 1, go ahead and watch it, because there may be some messages in there for you as well. This message does tie into being good enough for you, being proud of who they are, so that you can be proud of them, and so that your family, or at least your friends and your loved ones, can be proud of them too. So let's see, how else is group 2's person feeling about them? I worry about what other people would think if we were together. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this person really cares about their image. They care about what other people think. But now I'm getting the impression that it's because you look so good, group 2. Like, you guys are amazing. I feel like you guys are very successful. I feel like, you know, they want to look as good as you, be as good as you, and not in a competitive way, but in a way where people look at the two of you and they're like, wow, these people are equal. You know, that he's on her level, or she's on his level, or they, or whatever. It's like they want to feel like a power couple, like a dynamic duo is what I'm getting. So they're really working on self-improvement. So let's see, how else does group 2's person feel about you? You're beautiful even when you cry. I feel like this person has definitely seen you cry, or at the very least they've seen you very upset. And I feel as though this person felt very, very heartbroken when they saw you so upset, but they also felt very privileged and touched that you even shared that part of yourself with them. Because group 2, I feel very emotional for one thing, but I feel like you guys, you're very straight talkers, but you don't wear your heart on your own sleeve. Like, you're a lot more comfortable talking to people about their own feelings than your feelings. So when you do open up, it's like the world just stops to listen to what you have to say, or at the very least your person does. So let's just take a couple more. How does group 2's person feel about them? I'm afraid of rejection. I'm pretty sure this came out in the previous pile as well. As you can see, I'm shuffling pretty well. At least I think I am. So this person does not want to be rejected by you, and that is why they're working on getting themselves to a level where it's like, even if you did reject them, although I'm getting some arrogance from this person, they'd be at a point where they'd be like, oh, well, you're lost. Like, they want to feel confident before they come through. Now, I just want to take this moment to say that, or to reiterate, that this is this person's highest self. Okay, so this is not necessarily how they are consciously feeling about you, but this is their actions at a subconscious level. This is how they feel deep down. This is them bearing their soul to you emotionally, even if they haven't connected these dots and really gone into this heart-centered feeling space. And for you, group 2 especially, like your person, I feel like they're very mental, like they're not as in crazy, but like they think a lot. But when it comes to emotions and feelings, it's like inspiration. They see pictures, artwork, they hear songs, you know, on Spotify or on the radio, or they put music on and they connect to that. I don't feel like they're sitting there going, I love group 2 so much. Like, they're just, yeah, it's this person actually feels quite artistic. Anyway, I'm just going to pull a couple more and then I'm going to move on to group 3. How does group 2's person feel about them? Okay, so 2 more have come out. We've got, I need to heal myself first. Okay, so this person definitely has a journey of self-work and self-worth that they're going on. And we've got, I want to try again with you. Okay, so obviously this is a general reading. Not all of you will have tried with this person, but it's like saying, I want to revisit this connection with you again down the track. Like it's not over for me. It's not over for us. Like that's what I get from this person. So group 2, if you enjoyed this reading, please give the video a thumbs up. If you want to see more content on this channel, please hit the subscribe button. I am going to ring these bells now, so it might be a bit loud. And that's just to cleanse the space now that your reading is done. Thanks group 2, and I'll see you guys next time. Hi group 3, for those of you who chose the Crow Tarot by MJ Cailin. And if you chose your group based on the shell, here's the shell. So before I get into the tarot, I am going to pull an archetypes card by the Wild Unknown, as well as an animal card. So I'm just going to get a feel for this person's energy. These cards are really hard to shuffle. P.S. I'm shuffling like I'm new here. Oh, got the dead end. Okay. I mean, this person feels like they've hit a dead end, clearly. I don't mean to laugh. It's just that this person doesn't see a way out of their situation. You pull an animal card, and then I'm actually going to read from the Archetypes Guidebook for the Dead End card. Oh, 2 cards came out. So, I've got the zebra and the bee. Okay, so first of all, when you see bees, it may remind you of this person. This person could be very, very sweet, like honey. They could have a love of sweets as well. And I feel like yellow is important to this person, as in maybe they wear a lot of yellow, maybe they look amazing in yellow, or perhaps they just have a very sunny disposition, you know, they kind of have like a glow about them. With the bee card, I feel as though, as sweet as this person can be, they can definitely sting. So, you know, they're probably pretty witty. Maybe they, you know, come out with zingers. With the zebra card, see how there's all this black and white, and then in the third eye, I suppose this would be the third eye for the zebra, we've got, you know, this bright color, and we've got that yellow being picked up there. With the zebra, I feel as though this person is full of tricks. And I don't mean like that they're manipulative or whatever. It's kind of like, you know, zebras are obviously part of the horse family. And so when you see this person, in some instances, it's like they can just kind of blend in and you wouldn't really think that there was anything different about them. But then sometimes they stand out with their stripes. You know, they're not just any old regular horse. So this person is probably quite quirky and quite eccentric. And maybe they're trying to blend in with the black and white stripes. But I feel as though there's just something about them that is so interesting and so fascinating that you're like, why would you try to blend in? Like, why wouldn't you show the world the real you. So I am going to read the Dead End card, but I just want you guys to pay attention to this color scheme here. You know, it's all black and white except for just here. So I do think that this person is struggling to see other options at this point in time. It's kind of like it's this or that, you know, there's no nuance in between. Anyway, I'm just going to read the card. Read from the book. I'm just looking at the number. Okay. The Dead End. I'm going to hold this up actually. The Dead End. The closed door. The final chapter. The impasse. Contrary to what its name implies, the dead end is very much alive. It is a force that stops us from moving forward as planned. It is thick, dense, uncompromising, a wall beyond all walls. With every bramble, thorn, and stone, it simply states, "No more, child. You have reached the last page of this chapter." It is natural to resist its very resistance and struggle even harder to make our way, to prove our point, to hold on to what was. In this way, we fight with life itself. From a mythic perspective, the end you face is very much a beginning. There are doors opening all around you, not just the one you planned on walking through. If you are honest and courageous enough to accept, adjust, and adapt, the dead end becomes known as life's beginning. When light, acceptance, humility, relief, reverence for change. When dark, inertia, stuckness, tension, unconscious, gripping. To go deeper, listen to Kenny Rogers' The Gambler, it's a song, or Donny Hathaway's Giving Up. You should definitely listen to The Gambler by Kenny Rogers. I listened to it recently and the lyrics were just profound. So, I'm just going to shuffle my tarot deck now, pull 5 cards, and then I'm going to pull from my astro deck just to see like what sun, moon, or rising this person might be. Okay, so straight away we've got the Chariot. Okay, and I'll show you these cards in a moment if I didn't say that already. The Ace of Pentacles reversed. The Ace of Swords reversed. Wow, 2 swords. 2 aces. In the Kenny Rogers song, it actually talks about aces and cards, so that's very interesting. We've got the 3 of Pentacles reversed. And Death. Wow. Okay, now let's see what their sun, moon, or rising might be. You don't want to tell me. Let's see. What is group 3's sun, moon, or rising? What is their person's star sign? I don't think I've ever shuffled this deck for this long. Maybe this person doesn't know. That doesn't mean that my cards won't tell me. It's just like this person, yeah, anyway. There we go. House 3. Okay, so the 3rd house in astrology is the Gemini house. So this person could be a Gemini sun, moon, or rising. They don't have to be. What else? Come on, give me a card. Give me something to work with. I feel like this person can really get under your skin and kind of annoy you. Just like playfully. Opposition. Okay, imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. So with the opposition card, their sun, moon, or ascendant may be the opposite of your sun, moon, or ascendant. So for example, if you are a Scorpio sun, moon, or rising, your person is a Taurus sun, moon, or rising. If you don't know that much about astrology, what you can do is look up sister signs or polarity signs in astrology, and then you can see the pairings because there's 6 of them. So these cards say early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. And this card says imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. So even if they're not a Gemini sun, moon, or rising, no, actually I feel inclined to pull one more card just to see if I can get another sign out of this. No. This card says the North Node, destined to have. Okay, so I'm going to talk about their energies, okay? So yes, they could be a Gemini sun, moon, or rising. This could be someone who you are friends with because the 3rd house rules over friends. This could be like a friend of a friend or someone who's like known to you. This could be someone that you do classes with or went to school with. This could be a co-worker or a client or someone in your local neighborhood or local community. This could even be like a friend of your family, if not a friend of a friend, like I said before. With the opposition card, it's very, very clear that this person's energy, this person is the opposite of you, but in a way where it's like you two mirror each other. But it's kind of like people might perceive you as opposites, even though you probably have a lot more in common than one would ordinarily think. So that's that. As far as the tarot is concerned, there's so much unrealized potential in this connection. I am channeling this person's higher self, but it's really important to state that this person is having trouble hearing what their soul is saying and what their heart wants. And that's because we've got that dead end card where it's like they just don't see the potential. Okay, so it doesn't mean that they won't. It just means that that is the energy that they're in right now. I do think that this is shifting. Okay, so we've got the Chariot card, which represents movement and change. We've got those 2 aces being reversed. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords reversed. Then we have the 3 of Pentacles, which was reversed. Okay, and then lastly, I have that Death card there. All right, so in terms of this connection, this person, they're like annoyingly stubborn. With that Death card and these aces being reversed, it feels like they are refusing to like even open their eyes to something that seems so freaking obvious. I get the feeling that other people in their life see the chemistry between you and this person, but this person is like, no, like, we're just friends or something like that, especially with the House 3 card, which speaks about friendship. Or it could be like, oh no, like that person would never see me like that, or they're like a sister to me, or they're like a brother to me. I do get this feeling of familiarity with this person. I just want to reiterate from the very beginning of when I was talking about the fact that this could be someone that you are in a connection with. And if that is the case in this instance, it's more like this person is keeping the relationship quite casual, or they're not like seeing that you could go further. And by further, for some of you, that could be like moving in with them, getting engaged, buying a property together, starting a family together, even getting a pet together. It feels like this person, and you know, for some of you, this is someone that you're not in a relationship with. For others of you, this is someone that you're, you know, dating or seeing or whatever. But there is just like this light and breezy kind of, let's keep it casual. Like, you know, I don't want anything too serious. And the reason why they feel that way is because they've reached this dead end where they're like, I don't really have much to give you. I don't really have much that I can offer you. I can offer you my funny jokes with the zebra, or I can offer you sweet words and my funny little zingers. But this person is just, you know, they're at a crossroads with this opposition card here, saying an imbalance, a point of tension, a power struggle. They're definitely struggling between or struggling with where the connection is at and what it could be. In terms of how they, I'm going to pull my little mini oracle cards and see how they feel about you, and then how they feel about the connection, and then we'll go into a little more detail. Okay, so how does group 3's person feel about them? How do they feel about them? So we've got the believe card. All right. And then in this deck, there's randomly one card that's blank with no words. So I feel as though this person believes whatever they want to believe about you. On one hand, this is like they believe whatever they're telling themselves in their head, but by the same token, whatever you tell this person about your feelings, they'll believe you. So for example, group 3, you could be deeply in love with this person, but if you say to this person, oh, I just see you as a friend, they'll go away and be like, oh, they see me as a friend. If you're like, oh, I'm in love with you, they'll go away from that conversation being like, oh, this person's in love with me. Like, this person is actually quite gullible. I am sensing like a really adorable naivete to them. You can probably hear that plane going above. I mean, you know, you can hear the plane. The reason I'm mentioning the plane is because they're just like, they're up in the clouds at the moment. Like, I feel as though they're very ungrounded. With the Chariot card, you can see this bird is flying through the air. Okay, and then we've got the Ace of Swords reversed, the Ace of Pentacles reversed, Three of Pentacles reversed. Like, this person doesn't have a solid grounding to them right now, and that's why, you know, even with the B card, which is air energy, I just want to say this person could actually be not just a Gemini, but they could be a Libra or Aquarius with the air card, or they could be a fire sign with the zebra card, because this represents fire. So they could be a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Obviously, that's a lot of different signs. The sign that I connect to the most would be Gemini for this reading. Doesn't have to be though. So anyway, this person is just like, even as I'm talking now, I'm like losing my words, I'm losing concentration, I'm losing focus. My third eye kind of feels a bit wonky, a bit funny. So this person is definitely actively avoiding listening to their intuition about this connection. I feel like they distract themselves so that they won't think about you and think about this connection. But let's just see, what do they think, okay, about this connection? We've got the Receive card. All right, so this person is definitely in the energy of they're just gonna believe whatever they're told, kind of thing. Like, it's, you know, it's like they're not formulating their own thoughts about this connection. I'm going to pull a couple of oracle cards. It's time to take action. Okay, this person is getting to a point where they need to address the elephant in the room, which is the chemistry between you two. Let's just see what else. We've got Gaia, wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual understanding. I do feel as though this person is spiritual in some way, or they certainly have like the capacity to develop their connection to spirit or their own spiritual belief systems a lot further. We've got relieve anxiety. Okay, this person is very anxious You may have an awareness that this person has kind of like a nervous temperament, or they're just like an anxious person. Maybe they talk quickly. Because I have Gemini energy, even if they're not a Gemini sun, moon, or rising, that energy is still there. I've got to be doing something. I've got to be doing something with my hands. Maybe they're an artist. Maybe there's someone who talks with their hands a lot. For example, me, I talk with my hands a lot because I'm a Gemini rising. So it's just like this person feels very like very all over the place, but also very charming as well. In terms of their feeling towards you and this connection, I'm just going to hone in on these aces being reversed, and then I'm going to actually channel messages from their higher self. Okay, so the any ace is like a positive thing, but the Ace of Pentacles represents like a solid foundation. This actually represents relationship territory and taking things in a more serious direction. And again, it doesn't matter if you're just casually with this person, if you're seeing them, or if you're just friends, or if you're, even if you're not friends, even if you just kind of like, you just see this person around, or they're kind of like in your peripheral, or they're in your social circle somehow, or at work. It just feels like there is potential here. And with the Ace of Swords being reversed, this represents that mental connection, and then that denial of the chemistry between you two. So I'm just going to check into their energy. Actually, first, I need to hydrate. You may feel like your person does not drink anywhere near as much water as they should, just FYI. Okay, so let's have a look at how Group 3's person feels about them. I love seeing your face. You brighten my day. I like to reminisce about our time together and our little interactions, even if they're nothing serious. You make me laugh. You make me laugh more than most people. I have so much fun with you. I feel like I'm like a child again. My connection to you feels like a school crush. I feel giddy when I think about you and when I see you. You make me extremely nervous. I feel very anxious around you. I feel like I could just spend all day daydreaming about you. I dream of traveling with you and going on adventures with you. You're so kind towards me and lovely towards me. Honestly, like no one is as nice as you are to me. You're just the sweetest. And I actually can't tell if you like me or not because you're such a nice person. It kind of seems like you're like this with everyone. But part of me feels like maybe it's a little bit more the way that you look at me. I'm scared to even talk about the depth of my feelings for you because I can't even look at those right now. I just don't have the capacity. I don't have the mental space. I don't have the emotional space. I'm actually kind of emotionally immature. I hate to admit that, but that's the truth. I don't want to lie to you. It's just so easy to keep things like light and breezy with you because you're just so much fun and you allow me to just stay in that play zone. I actually feel very inspired when we talk and when we connect. I would love to get to know you more, and I'm sorry that I can't offer you more than this right now. But I don't want to stop talking to you and I don't want us to lose our connection. Okay, so yeah, this person feels very light and breezy. They want to keep things fun. They want to keep things moving. They don't want to get too deep. Even comparing this message to the previous two messages, like even this person's higher self was kind of up here. You know, they weren't like in the heart space. So I do feel as though this person does have a lot of spiritual growing to do, even though they have the capacity. So let's just see. These are channeled messages from them. I wish I knew how you truly feel about me. Okay, so yeah, I mean, that's confirmation that this person's like, do you like me? I can't tell. How else do they feel about you? Oh, okay. I have mixed feelings about you. This person is so funny. This card says I have mixed feelings about you. Then this card says I'm crazy about you. Okay, so I'm really getting that Gemini energy where they're like, I don't know how I feel about you. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with you. So this person may make contradictory comments and statements a lot, or their behavior and their words, or let's say their actions and their words don't match up. Maybe they kind of flip-flop about with their connection with you. This says, I can't wait to see you again. Okay, so this person just absolutely adores your energy. They love seeing you. They have so much fun with you. Okay. I feel nervous around you. What did I say? This person is anxious. This person's anxious around you. They're nervous around you. It's like a school crush. I'm just going to pull one more card before I leave it there. Oh, two cards came out. This says, I miss your cat. All right, so some of you could literally have a pet cat and they love your cat. For others of you, this is like, I miss your, you know what I mean? And let's just say, you know, you've got a dog or whatever. I feel like this person, they love your pet if you do have pets. Just remember that this is a general reading, so if that doesn't resonate for you at all, don't worry. The last card that came out says I need to heal myself first. So yeah, this person does have a long way to go. I don't really want to put time frames on this reading because it's a general reading and it's hard to pinpoint timing when so many people are watching it. Just know that this person does care. They have deeper emotions and feelings for you than they're even capable of understanding at this point in time. So anyway, I hope that this message made sense to you, Group 3. If you enjoyed this reading, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content on this channel, please hit the subscribe button. Enjoy your day. I'm going to ring these bells and just to cleanse the energy. And of course, if you felt drawn to watch another group, please feel free to go ahead and do so. Okay, thanks Group 3. See you guys next time. Hi Group 4, for those of you who chose this shell and the Ethereal Visions deck by Matt Hughes. This is going to be your love reading. Before I get into the tarot, I'm actually just going to pull an oracle card, actually a couple of oracle cards. This is from the Wild Unknown Archetypes book, so just bear with me. These cards are a little bit tricky to shuffle, as you might imagine. So let's see, what does Group 4's person's energy feel like? Ooh, straight away, we've got the Village. Okay, so this person definitely has a well-established social group or family situation. With the Village, I feel as though this person, I mean, yeah, they're sociable, they've got a lot of friends, they've got a community, it's probably expanding in some ways. Actually, I'm going to pull my Animal Oracle deck. Culturally speaking, family may be important to them, like they may have like cultural influences in their family. Take that any which way that you will. We've got the fox. Okay, so this is one sexy person. I feel like this is a very foxy person, someone who is very adaptable, someone who has a lot of skills, a lot of talents. I feel like they could just fit in anywhere. Foxes by nature are very adaptable creatures. They can live in a lot of different environments. And I mean, obviously, you know, foxes are red. So I feel as though this person, like the color red, and also like, you know, orangey yellow, because we've got that here. Anyway, I feel like red and these colors could be important to this person. Maybe they look really good in that color. Maybe red or orange or yellow is like their signature color. They could have red hair. They could fancy like red lipstick or red nail polish or orange or yellow. Anyway, they don't have to. I just wanted to throw that out there. But also they could have very like defined ears. Like maybe they have big ears, maybe they have little pixie ears, maybe they have interesting piercings, or they like to wear like pretty earrings or something like that. Anyway, those are just a few different things that I'm picking up on already. If that doesn't sound like your person, don't worry, I'm only just getting started. So let's see. The village, the hometown, the family, the tribe. The village presents us with a conundrum. On one hand, it's the place that feels most like home, the place to which you can always return. Nostalgia and comfort draw us back. On the other hand, it's the very place you must leave in order to grow. Around the village, an unspoken boundary exists, one most villagers do not want you to cross. Though some support your leaving, still you hear whispers of doubt as you venture beyond its borders, leaving them behind. The energy of the village is present anytime we feel restricted by a certain group, community, family, place, or ideology. It may have served us in the past, yet staying within its parameters will never satiate our thirst for life. Thank the village for all it has provided, knowing you will someday return. For now, the world awaits. When light, intimate, rooted, intergenerational, communal. When dark, small-minded, gossipy, trapped, and restricted. Okay, so I feel the most profound sense of longing and yearning, especially with the fox, which just has such a beautiful, exploratory, adventurous energy. And I just feel like this person sees like a border around their life and they're like, I can't go beyond this. I can't venture. But they're looking out at this mountain. They're looking out at this vista and just wondering, what's out there? You know, is there something more for me? Is there more to this well-established life that I've built for myself? So I feel as though this person, they may like routine, they may like order, they may like structure, or they could have a lot of responsibilities in their life. And by responsibilities, I mean, they may have a family, whether that's like they have kids already, or they have obligations to family in one way or another, whether that's their actual family or their chosen family. But let's pull some tarot cards and see. Wow. Got the Eight of Cups and the Page of Wands, both reversed. The Four of Cups reversed. The Two of Pentacles. And the Four of Wands. Wow. Okay, I'm just going to pull some oracle cards as well, and then I'm going to check in and see what their star sign might be, like their sun, moon, or rising. Ooh. Okay. This card says new moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. This person's definitely got like an image to uphold or something to do with their work or commitments, I feel. Okay. Wow. I've got the message, positive news, positive outcome, and love your body. Okay, so, okay, that's why I said I was going to look at the sun, moon, or rising. I kind of get distracted because I have all my decks here, so I'm like, what am I doing next? Okay, what is their sun, moon, or rising? Okay, there could be a fire sign, so Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising. They could be a Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising. If they are not, don't worry. I'm going to interpret this in other ways so that you can get a feel for their energy, right? So with Pluto, clearly Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising, because Pluto rules over Scorpio. With this card saying transform, I feel as though you feel like this person has transformed from when you first knew them. It doesn't matter how long you've known them. It's just like they're simply not the same person they were when they met you. You know, for better or for worse. You know, that I do feel that this person has evolved. I was going to say matured, but I think evolved is a more apt way of putting it. I feel like with this fire sign card saying confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery, even if they're not a Scorpio, an Aries, a Leo, or Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising, this person is determined. They're ambitious, they're passionate, they're brave, they're fiery, they're feisty. I feel like this person takes no crap. I feel like they are so pure in their intentions, like they're so honest, and I actually feel like I want to cry right now. I think I am crying. Group 4, you have to understand that this person has a big choice to make with the Two of Pentacles. Okay, I feel as though acting on this connection would, hearing the word cost, would cost them a lot. With the Village, maybe that's judgment from their family or their friends or their chosen people or the image that they have built or everything that they've worked towards. And yet we have this curiosity with the Fox. So it's like they are wondering about their connection with you. They are curious. They're looking at it. They're kind of side-eyeing it, being like, that looks cool. How would that feel? I really want to go and explore that. But there's just this sense of duty and responsibility. And honestly, I'm getting like tradition that's holding them back. So let's see. How do they feel about you and how do they feel about your connection? So how do they feel about you? Strength. Okay, they see you as a very strong person. Maybe you are into physical strength training, or maybe you consider yourself to be very emotionally strong. How else do they feel about group 4? Enough. Okay, so this person's like, I mean, this sounds a little blunt, but they're like, this person's good enough for me. Like they're enough. I don't need more than this person is. Like they have the qualities that I want in a person. Like enough. It's almost like it's like you're everything that they could want. And how they feel about the connection. Inner wisdom. Okay, I do feel that their inner guide is leading them towards you. Unlike some of the other groups, I feel as though this person is more in touch with their emotions and their connection to you. With confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery, I feel as though this is what it would take to act on their feelings towards you. With love your body and the message, this card says 21 and this card says 28. So the numbers 21 or 28 could be important to this person, or this could be representative of like their age. Maybe they're born on the 28th or the 21st of a month. 2 + 1 is 3, so they could be a life path number 3. They could be born on the 3rd of the month. They could be born in March. With 2 and 8, that reduces to 10 and then 1, so they could be born in January or October, or they could be a life path number 1. Okay, so regardless, with love your body, okay, this person they do struggle with physical body image, or maybe they have in the past. These numbers here say 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe having like a physical routine with respect to exercise is important to them. With all of these like sketchings, and I mean, I just get a very mathematical impression from looking at this. So I kind of feel like they are very observant. They're very analytical. I do feel like they're very critical about their appearance. Maybe they're a perfectionist. But with love your body, what's so beautiful about this card and about this energy is that this person feels physically better when they're around you. Like they feel healed by being in their presence. For some of you, maybe you're very generous with your compliments. Maybe you tell them that they've got a great figure or a great body, or maybe you compliment them even if it's not like on their body. Maybe you're like, oh, you look good today, or like, I love the way you've done your makeup, or like your haircut looks good. Or I just feel as though this person sees the qualities that you see in them just by being in your presence. Like seeing how you look at them makes them feel really great about themselves in a way where it's like they don't really get that from other people. So maybe you personally have like an intense gaze or stare, or maybe you kind of look at them in this way where like your person can tell that you find them attractive, and they're a bit like coy, or like, oh, like I feel good because this person appreciates how I look. With the message, positive news, positive outcome, I feel as though this person is a lot closer to seeing that they have options than they once were. I keep coming back to the fox and the village. It's almost like if there's like a fence around the village, let's just say hypothetically, and your person is the fox, I feel like they're seeing an avenue where they're like, oh, I can dig under here, or I could fit through there, or there's like a gap in the fence. I almost feel like this person is trying to find a way out, like trying to find a way to be with you and to, it's not even escape, but it's just like move on from these societal expectations or these community expectations that they feel so heavily on their shoulders. Okay, so with the positive news and positive outcome, I feel as though this person, they might have like a special connection with birds, or they might have like a lovely singing voice. I kind of said that for one of the earlier groups, although I didn't say singing voice. But, you know, birds sing, so it's kind of like this person, I feel like they sing your praises. Like they have really lovely things that they say about you to other people, or that they even say to your face. With positive news, positive outcome and the message, I feel as though this person would love to receive a message from you. And, you know, it doesn't need to be super direct. It can just be like this hint, this clue that you have some interest in them. Because even though they're considering whether they have options in their life and what those might be, it's kind of like, I almost feel like this person needs a reason to leave, if that makes sense. So in terms of the tarot, I've got the 8 of Cups and the Page of Wands reversed and the 4 of Cups reversed. Okay, so the Page of Wands is one of the most clear indicators of a new journey or a new chapter starting, travel, going on an adventure, trying something totally new, being curious about what's beyond. I mean, you can see this person is just looking out at the world and wondering what's out there, you know, what's out there for me. And then with the 8 of Cups card being reversed, see how there's this like huge like mountain to climb. It just feels like exploring their connection with you would just take so much effort. And because this person is alone, I feel as though your person couldn't really talk to anyone about what they're going through, or they haven't really spoken to anyone about what they're going through. Like I said before, you know, it would require confidence and bravery. And, you know, this also says passion and optimism. So it's like this person needs a reason to feel optimistic about this connection. And if they take the next step with you, it's like, even though it can't, like nothing is a sure thing, they would want to know that they're not just like leaving the village for nothing. Okay, so with the 4 of Cups reversed, they are not seeing, why isn't this focusing? Oh my God. They are not seeing this as an opportunity. Okay, the card is reversed. So they're like, I don't even know if this is an option. I don't even know if this is an opportunity, even though I'm like looking further afield and wondering. So, lastly, with the tarot component, with that 2 of Cups and the 4 of Wands, I mean, like I just feel kind of heartbroken for your person because they just have such a difficult choice to make. And, you know, once again, this is a general reading. So when I say choice, it can be a number of different things. A choice between pursuing a connection that feels safe for them, or that their family would approve of, or that their culture or society would approve of, or, you know, choosing something else. Maybe there is physical distance between the both of you and one of you would have to move. This could be overseas, this could be interstate, or it could require like a huge life change. In some way, shape or form, The path to you looks rocky and treacherous and uncertain, tempting, sure, but there's just like, okay, I'm suddenly seeing Frodo from Lord of the Rings, so maybe your person likes Lord of the Rings or like fantasy novels or like movies or whatever, but yeah, it just feels like a monumental task and journey. With the Four of Wands, this is on one hand what they're leaving. So this group, more than any other, I feel like there is a big risk involved, or a trade-off to be made. But then the reward is like a life with you. So I do feel that this is like a very deep soul connection. So now I'm just going to tune into this person's energy, and then I'm going to pull some of my homemade DIY oracle cards. So how does group 4's person feel about them? I'm so fucking scared. I literally want to cry, like when I think about the choices that I would have to make. But you're so amazing. You make me so happy. I love being in your presence. I love receiving messages from you, or calls, or just any interaction that we have. I can feel how deeply you care for me. And I want you to know that I do feel the same. I don't have the courage right now to do what needs to be done. This feels like torture. This would be the most life-altering decision that I've ever made, if I were to make it. Like, I literally wish that I didn't have feelings for you. I feel really alone. Sorry, group 4. I'm literally, I can't stay in that energy. Like, it's just fucking heartbreaking. Sorry. I'm gonna need to like go and cleanse after this. Excuse me. I mean, I don't think I need to interpret that part much further. I think it speaks for itself, but I am going to pull some oracle cards to just wrap it up and see how this person feels. I regret not kissing you when I had the chance. I want to marry you someday. I'm sorry for how things are right now. You make me so incredibly happy. Yeah, I was really getting that feeling so strongly. Well, okay, it's going to take these last two. And I'm going to go and cry some more. That's the problem doing tarot readings and being an empath. Like, you can really feel the energy and the feelings of other people. So this says you're the last thing on my mind before I fall asleep. And this card says, I want to confess my feelings for you. Okay, group 4, that was your reading. I hope that it resonates. I hope you don't mind seeing me cry on camera. Gosh, embarrassing. If you enjoyed this reading, please give the video a like. And if you want to see more content from me, please hit the subscribe button. Wishing you the best of luck, group 4. And I am going to ring these bells. So if you feel like you want to be cleansed, just stick around for a few seconds and I'll ring these bells. Thank you, group 4, and I'll see you guys next time.